Hello everybody! Welcome back to my channel. This video is not on my Spiritual Growth Journeys channel today. This is on my Rumble, actually my Rumble channel, and on my How I Heal Everything channel on YouTube. And that is because the YouTube gods, whoever runs YouTube, doesn't allow me to do health videos on that channel. They remove them, they take them off of there. I've done multiple, and they pull them down, and then they threaten to shut my channel down. So I have specific channel just for this. So we are here today on this channel and on Rumble, and I'm here with my beautiful soul sister and friend Rosemary Levesque, who I've known for two decades at least. And today we are here talking about a really important subject, which has to do with detoxing the body and healing the body, using a specific product that are near and dear to our heart that we've both been using for a couple of decades, like 20 years. Which is, and I'm wearing my Avini shirt. You guys can't see it. It says Avini. I'm wearing my Avini shirt. This is a Avini Cell Defender and the Nano Silver are the two of my favorite products by Avini. They have a lot of products, but these are the two go-to products that I use consistently every day. So we're going to talk to you about that. But first, we want to tell you we are not doctors. This is entertainment purposes only and informational and educational only. We cannot diagnose you. We cannot treat you. We cannot say that these products are going to cure anything. We can't say that at all. If you want more information, go see your doctor. In fact, any product that you're going to take or put in your mouth, you should always consult. I prefer a naturopathic physician. If you want to go to an allopathic MD, whoever, but make sure you see your doctor. And you make sure it's okay, so it doesn't counteract with any medications you're on or anything like that. About the only thing that Cell Defender, I think, counteracts with is chemotherapy, right? Isn't that
Only heavy metal chemotherapy?
Yeah, heavy metal chemotherapy.
Yeah.
So if you're on chemotherapy, I don't think you can take this, but
I'll
everybody
address
else
that.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll talk about that separately.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about this today, and let me explain to you the reasons I decided to make this video today. There's two reasons. Number one, I am seeing an extreme amount of advertising from these different zeolite companies that are out there. There's hundreds of them, and then I'm seeing ads saying, or not ads, but exposés on these zeolites that they're toxic, and unfortunately, some of these people on these videos are saying that all zeolite products are toxic, which is not true because our product is not toxic at all. It's been tested and it is not toxic. But there are a lot of toxic zeolite products that are full of heavy metals and all kinds of crap, actually. And then, as Rosemary was pointing out to me earlier, some of these zeolite products don't even contain zeolite. They contain something else altogether, or maybe just water and some mud or something. It's a lie. So you all have to be careful. I have been using, so Rick Deesh, who is the scientist who created the Cell Defender product, he was the first guy in the United States of America to create a zeolite product for detoxing heavy metals and stuff out of the body. And after he created this product, and he created a 30-step process, which you can learn all about Rick from his mouth, because I interviewed him on this channel in the past. You can go back to that video, and I'll put actually a link to that video below in the description. You can go back through and watch him talk about his 30-step process he uses to create this. Nobody else has his process because it's top secret. Nobody has this process. He's the only one. And so his product is the only one I trust. I don't trust any other zeolite product on the market. A lot of them are toxic. A lot of them have no zeolite in them at all, or they have other, who knows what. And this is the only one I trust. Now, today we're going to talk to you about all the uses of this, and also the nano silver, which I use religiously. I use it on my toothbrush every day. This morning I had a little bit of a infection starting in my left eye, and I sprayed it into my eye because whenever I get eye infections, brewing, I will use the nano silver and it knocks them right out. In fact, this stuff knocks out everything. I've had bladder infections I've knocked out with this because the antibiotics did not work for me at all. And so I did the nano silver and that with berberine and D-mannose and cranberry and a few other things naturally, holistically knocked out bladder infections with no antibiotics. And because this is basically a natural antibiotic, nano silver. Silver's been used, silver and gold too. What is that called? The mono something gold, mono, whatever it's called, gold. Those two things have been used for thousands of years as antibiotics by many cultures. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And just to tell you a little bit about Rosemary before I introduce her, she is she's psychic like I am. She's very intuitive. She's a healer. She's an amazing Reiki teacher. She's a Reiki master teacher. And she's like the only person I go to when I need Reiki done on me. I either go to her or Sarah, my best friend. So they're the only two I trust with the Reiki. And Rosemary is special and unique to every friend I have in the way that she is also a animal communicator and healer. And I don't have any friends that do that type of thing. She can heal and communicate with animals and she teaches all about it. And I don't know anyone who has that amazing skill. So I'm very lucky and fortunate that I have her in my life. Somebody who knows, if something's going on with my cat, I can call her up and she can tell me what's going on. And she's the only person in my life I know that's able to do that. And she's a shaman too. So she's a little of everything. She's kind of a jack of all trades. So welcome to my show, Rosemary. Thank you for joining me today. I just really wanted to talk to everybody about they're spraying heavy chemtrails every day. We really need to detox not only our whole body, but also our third eye so people can get back all of their, we're not special because we're psychics, all right? The difference between us and you is our third eye, our pineal, is decalcified. All the other humans on this earth have calcified pineal glands. And so this product can help with that. So Rosemary, share with me, you've been telling me for years now, not just how this stuff detoxes the body, but all the different things that it's done for your clients. Do you want to share some of the cool things that this stuff does? I mean, it does a lot of stuff.
Well, absolutely. And thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate the introduction. I want to add one thing. I have a science background. I used to be a biology teacher. So that makes me kind of both sides of the brain.
Both worlds.
Active, yes. So I love the science of things, the metaphysical side of things, intuitive side, and everything working together, everything being beautiful and all natural together. That's where the shamanic piece comes in as well. So what we're trying to do is come back into wholeness, come back into alignment with what is whole and natural in the body. And that, of course, has a clearer connection to spirit. And when people talk to me about how to clear the pineal gland, oh, Rosemary, I want to do what you do. Okay, well, let's get clear first. Let's get grounded. Let's get clear first. And it's not necessarily something to teach, although I can teach how to do that, but being clear first, being detoxified first helps with every biochemical reaction in the body, because then there's no competition with mercury, cadmium, lead, arsenic, aluminum, and all the big bad boys, as I like to say, because those things do interfere with everything in the body. If mercury is hovering somewhere near your red blood cells, you can't carry oxygen. Mercury will grab that oxygen. If you have in the mitochondria, you have a lot of mitochondria in your brain. Well, mitochondria are the cellular, okay, I'm going to get a little biology here.
Go for it.
Mitochondria, do you remember the mitochondria?
Yeah.
Well, that's the powerhouse of all the cells. That's
Mm-hmm.
where all the energy is transformed. But if Mercury is hovering near the mitochondria, you won't have that cyclic photophosphorylation. You won't get the phosphates released from ATP to ADP. Mercury is going to grab that.
Yeah.
And so, what does that look like as a symptom in the body? It could be tired, low energy, low oxygen in your
Yeah.
blood if you have mercury. And that's just one. That's just one. And where do people get a lot of mercury? Well, over many years, a lot of people had
Their
mercury
mouth. Yeah,
fillings
I
in
had
their
them.
teeth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't anymore.
Nope. I
And
got mine all
you
taken
want to
out.
make sure. Of course, and you have to
Yeah.
have it done safely.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had mine taken out, I made sure I had my cell defender with me because while the dentist was done drilling, I was going like that, just make sure all of that mercury was captured.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that everybody understands how critical it is. We are exposed to stuff, it's insidious, it's everywhere, like you
Yeah.
say,
Chemtrails, everything.
chemtrails and pesticides. My neighbors spray Roundup and they're putting
Oh
fertilizer down
God.
in your
That's
lawn.
so
Oh,
poisonous.
it is. Those glyphosates have such an
Uh-huh.
effect on the body.
Yeah.
So, we do live in a toxic world. Rick has
Yes.
written a book. By the way, Rick, if you
Oh.
want his book, it was written a long time ago, but I have a PDF of his book. So if
Wow.
you want to give your people the PDF of his book, Invisible Killers,
Mm-hmm.
I'll let that happen. I'll have that happen for you so people
Oh, that's
can get
awesome.
his
I
book.
can put a link where people can, communicate
Mhm.
with you. Also, if you need Reiki, you need animal communication, you need any kind of
Mhm.
shamanic and also classes. Rosemary is a constant teacher of amazing classes, and I will put a link to her website so that you can go and
Mhm.
check out whatever, her offering is, currently, because every year she's always offering different things.
Well,
So,
thank you. I
yeah.
appreciate that. There might be a sound retreat coming up in Sedona again this
Hmm.
year. I'm not sure, but
Yep.
let's stick to
Tuning forks. I
self-defender.
forgot about that. She's also a
Yes,
tuning fork expert healer as well. So,
master teacher.
yep.
Yep, do
Yep.
that too. So with Cell Defender,
Yeah.
one of the things I just want to mention, since you mentioned animal communicator, I've been updating some pages on my website, updating an email sequence, because what is really near and dear to my heart is helping animals heal.
Mm-hmm.
Most people call me when their animal is sick. They've already been to the vet, they've already spent thousands of dollars, they've had surgeries, they don't want to do chemo, something is growing back, and now they're looking. So months have already passed, and now what can we do? Okay, we're searching for somebody, they find me.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I don't change anything that I do ever. It's always really the same. It's the same foundation. Let's get the poison out of the body because this will go after not only the poison, but it will help bring the memory back to the cells of what they're supposed to be doing. They're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be helping the body heal. That's a natural state of being is to thrive.
Yes.
And it's impossible to thrive if you have poison in your body. The other
Exactly.
thing that makes it impossible to thrive is if you have living things in your body that are taking control. Parasites, yeast, bad
Right?
bacteria in your gut.
Yeah.
Those have an emotional component. Is anybody waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and are you craving sugar? That has to do with,
Not anymore. I
well,
was.
that could have a correlation to the living things in the body that are trying to control you.
Yeah.
And they're affecting your digestion, they're affecting your thought, your mood, your sleep,
Mm-hmm.
everything, every aspect. Inflammation, they're creating inflammation in your body. So the very easiest way to deal with that is number one, assume you do have parasites.
I think everybody has some version
Everybody,
of them. Yeah.
everybody has
Yeah.
parasites. Assume that you have them. And number two, deal with them. And so here's how I deal with them. I
Yeah.
unscrew the top. Before I go to the pool, I work out at the pool every day, almost every day, and I take a swig. So I unscrew it
That's
and I
the
take a
silver,
swig.
right? The nano
Yeah,
silver.
nano
Yeah.
silver,
Yeah.
because
That will
I
kill
don't want,
parasites,
yeah, it
right?
would kill parasites.
Yep.
So my husband has been getting up at night
Uh-huh.
for a few years. He's getting up every two or
Yeah.
three hours, 1 or 2 or 3 hours. And so I have him on a protocol now with my mushrooms because we have a good mushroom product and our balance product to clean the liver and balance the hormones.
Yep.
And and it was working okay, but when it's really started working was when we added nano silver because parasites can occupy even the prostate. That's where parasites can hang out. And
Yep.
when he started adding this nano silver, he started sleeping longer periods of time. So, you know how it is with husbands. You have to remind them, are you still taking it?
Well, and I want to point something out. I have been following a lot of health experts lately because I'm going through a lot of challenges that I've been trying to fix. And what I found out is that intestinal cancer, colon cancer, and anal, all of the cancers that have to do with the digestive system, stomach cancer, colon cancer, pancreas, liver, all these, things that are part of the digestive system are all pretty much mostly parasites. And I'm not going to say not all of the time because some of the time you can get those cancers from smoking and from other toxic things, but parasites are the huge cause.
They go together,
Yeah.
Kimberly. They go together. The
Yeah.
toxic environment in the body makes it a sweet spot
Yeah.
for the parasites to continue to live there. They
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
They like the toxic environment.
Yeah.
They like it when you eat more sugar. The processed foods are feeding your parasites. They're feeding the bad cells that grow in your body. And so it's not just one or the other. You've got to use both because you have living things in your body and you have non-living things, those heavy metals that I mentioned before. And when you're working with those two together, then you can have greater success. Now, for animals, it's really the same thing. Number one, what we're going to do is really try hard, very aggressively, taking out the toxins. Now, on the bottle, let me just talk about the directions on the bottle. It says 10 drops in water twice a day.
Not for pets, though, right?
Well, I'm working with a family in Washington now who has a golden retriever with lymph nodes out to here.
Oh, poor baby. Oh.
Poor baby. And that was months ago. Hang on, I dropped my bottle. Months ago, something was removed. This was the story I was mentioning at the opening here. Something was removed. It came back, needle biopsy, no solutions. So we're not following the directions on the bottle. 10 drops every 30 minutes. And that shrinking is going down.
That's awesome.
Wow, right? When people follow the let's get after it directions, that's all I want to call it. Let's get after this. Number one, you're not going to do any harm. It's not a medicine. It's not
Right.
adding anything to the body.
Right.
This is a takeout product.
Yep.
And so for that dog, with the shrinking happening, becoming more active, they're seeing evidence. Now, we don't know. We're not making a claim here. We don't know if this is going to fix the problem, but
Right.
they are seeing positive results with the aggressive, um, getting after it directions. We're not following directions on the bottle. Every 30 minutes, a squirt in the mouth. And nano silver. Yes, because why not? If the dog or if a person is in dire straits, you can assume, remember, parasites, assume you have parasites. So diet plays a role. You want to stay away from processed foods, and that includes with pets, pet food. Most pet food is
Very
Not,
toxic.
it's not only toxic, it's deficient.
Mm-hmm.
It's over processed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not vital.
Yeah.
Imagine yourself, for example, eating a peach or an apple,
Mm-hmm.
juicy, fiber, nutrients, vitamins. There's a difference between that and a powdered peach flavored something, right?
Yeah.
It's
A
just
fizzy
not,
drink with a peach flavor in it.
yeah, it's
Right.
just not the same,
No.
And so you want to make sure you are eating and your pet is eating
Mm-hmm.
whole, maybe raw, maybe home cooked,
Yeah.
fresh
I
foods.
did home cooked for a long time until I found
Mhm,
a canned food for my cat that has been around actually for 100 years. It's a small family run business. It hasn't been bought out by big corporate
mhm,
or pharma. And all of their food, it's all made in the US. Some of it's imported from France because they have like a lot
mhm,
of duck and goose liver pate and stuff that they do, foie
mhm.
gras and all this kind of thing that they do for the that's all it comes from France, but of course that's all non-GMO, organic, whatever.
Mhm.
And the food that I'm giving her, they've added in all the appropriate vitamins that cats, are supposed to have that are good for them. And there's no chemicals, no additives, no preservatives. I mean, it's literally just like what I would make from home, except with added vitamins in it. So
Mhm.
it's for me, I'm either cooking her home cooked fish. I do it a lot. I'll cook up some
Mhm.
chicken or fish and that's what I'll feed her. Or I'm feeding her that because I refuse to feed her the stuff that made my cat sick to begin with, which was this Hills and Science Diet companies, which are all toxic and full of poison and GMO and just gross
Mhm.
glyphosates. And oh, it's
Yeah,
just so toxic. And that's what the vets
right.
push on everybody.
Well, we're going
So,
to try not to
yeah.
name names
Yeah.
here,
Yeah,
but
we shouldn't, but
yes.
yeah, I have an issue with them because the doctor told me to put my cat on that and it actually gave her diabetes. My cat came down with diabetes while on her stuff that she
Yeah,
told us to do.
that
So,
is actually pretty common, and there are
yeah.
certain brands that do that. One of the problems, of course, with these processed pet foods is
Yeah.
they add sugars and salts to it on purpose to get your cat or dog addicted to their food.
Yeah, I heard about
So
that.
when your cat is finicky, your dog doesn't want to eat it,
Mhm.
uh, that's on purpose. That is definitely intentional that they
Yeah.
want you to stay stuck on that food. And of course, one of the biggest problems with cats eating dry food is kidney
Kidney
failure.
damage, kidney failure. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely. Because they don't
yeah.
drink a lot of water. So, just to talk a little bit, I want to go into this for a minute. So, I
Sure.
learned this with my own cat that wild cats, my cat's an indoor only cat, but cats that are outdoors, they get
Mhm,
most of their water from the animals that they kill and they eat the
mhm.
fresh living animals because
Right.
our bodies are made of mostly water. So, they get their water from that. But cats suck at drinking water. They're not very, very good. They don't like it. It's really hard to get them unless they have diabetes. Because when mine came down with that, then she was craving water all the time. She had to have
Right.
water all the time. And so what I found out the hard way because my doctor had my cat on kibble forever. So it was messing with her kidneys, giving her diabetes. And I don't care what brand of cat food it is, do not give your animals dry kibble or your dogs. No
Mhm,
animal should have dry kibble. Think about if they
mhm.
were living in nature, they're not going to be eating
Right.
that.
That's
It's
right. And
not good for them.
that's part of the email series that I'm
Yeah.
developing for my pet pages on my website. So if you're interested more in pet health, we'll talk about that. But let's go back to how we use this day to day.
Yep. Absolutely.
I was sharing with Kimberly the other day. Well, I brush my teeth with this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many years it's been. I haven't seen a dentist in years.
Wow.
I'm brushing my teeth with either Cell Defender
Mm-hmm.
or we also have a nano silver gel.
That's what I use. I
Yeah, the
use well,
nano.
I use the spray, but I spray it all over my
Mhm.
toothbrush and then I brush
Uh-huh.
my teeth with it.
But we also have a
So
nano silver gel. It comes in
yeah.
a tube, and I just brush my teeth with that, and it's going to get under the gum line. It's going to get into the bloodstream.
Yep.
I don't
Gingivitis.
I don't spit it out. I
Yeah.
swallow it because,
Yeah. Because it's
I'm
good
just
for you.
getting the rest of the silver, but I end
Yeah.
up with smooth, clean teeth like I just had a polish.
Yep,
And
absolutely. I believe that. I
it's
believe it.
incredible. So I heard you say that you have sprayed the nano silver around your eye when you had an eye
Mm-hmm.
infection. We see this with
Yep.
animals too. Have you seen the little white dogs with the drippy marks on
Yeah.
their face?
Yeah.
Oh, how sad that
I
is,
know.
because I know it's their diet and I know that they're
Mm-hmm.
suffering from infections
Yeah.
and
Food
and we
allergies,
can,
right?
yeah, food allergies. What we're doing is we're not curing anything. We're just, remember, bringing back into alignment with
Mm-hmm.
wholeness. Take out the poison, give the right kind of diet, and get after the poison with this, get after the living parasite crap with this. And
Mm-hmm.
you've got a pretty good situation here where you
Yep.
don't have to worry so much. So that's one way to use Cell Defender, brushing your teeth with it. There are people who put Cell Defender in their eyes. I would suggest if you're going to do that, you have a glass bottle there, Kimberly. Can you show us the glass bottle of Cell
Yeah.
Defender?
Yeah.
Okay, so with a glass bottle of Cell Defender, you can have it settle a little bit and then just take a little bit of the dropper from the top of the bottle
Mm-hmm.
where it still has some Cell Defender in the water, in the liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it could be a little bit gritty. It won't hurt you, but some people don't like that grittiness. And the results we're getting from taking Cell Defender internally in the mouth and by some people putting it in their eyes is it's just a wow, better eyesight. And things that were going wrong are, things that were floating by, they're not floating by anymore. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to make the medical claims, but it's coming into that alignment and wholeness when you get the bad stuff out of the way
Yeah.
that the body remembers how to heal.
Yeah, and we're not, just so you all know, we're not going to make any claims. We're just sharing with you what our client or people, clients, whatever you want to call them,
Mhm,
that have been using the product, what they have been sharing with us that's
mhm,
happened to them or their results.
mhm,
Just like I can say that my dental, how do you want to say, my dental hygiene has gone in a totally better direction since I started, using the silver,
mhm,
in my mouth orally with my toothbrush and all that, because I had what they call low grade gingivitis or whatever, gum disease, which is really
mm,
dangerous.
mhm.
It can
It
cause
is.
all kinds of things. It can lead to heart issues, and
That's
it
right.
can cause all kinds of stuff. So this has helped me personally quite a bit. Now, what you do with it, that's up to you. But I'm just sharing what I think,
Exactly.
for me. And yeah, and the Cell Defender is even good for people. This is going to sound crazy, but I've had act like what you call adult acne. I'll get like a pimple or something like that.
Mhm,
If I
mhm.
take a little drop of Cell Defender and put it on there and go to sleep at night, when I wake up, the pimple is like dried up and almost all gone by the morning.
Abs- Absolutely. I was
Yeah,
just going to look on my phone for a
gets rid of
picture,
it.
but I can tell you a little bit about it. My husband had one of those black, ugly lumps on his back.
Oh.
Uh-huh, yeah. And during physical therapy, the physical therapist discovered it. He said, "You should go have that checked."
Mm-hmm.
So where does he go? To me. I check it. And I said, "Well, let's do this." So you can apply Cell Defender topically, and here's how you do it. You get a bandage, just a regular bandage with a little bit of gauze on there. Put a few drops of Cell
Mm-hmm.
Defender on the gauze and put the bandage over that lumpy thing. If
Yeah,
it's
warts,
suspicious,
moles, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
well, the one with the bad cells
Yeah.
is the one I'm talking about. Now, here's what happened. I was changing his bandage, basically every day for about a week. And
Mm-hmm.
then we forgot about it. I mean, who forgets about bad
I
cells?
forget about that all the time. But I have
Yeah.
ADD, so I do
Oh, well, we
that.
forgot about it. And it was a couple of
Yeah.
weeks later, I said, "Do you still have that bandage on your back?" And of course, it was one of these
Yeah.
waterproof ones, and it was there. So I took it off, and this whole thing came out kind of by the roots, and it was stuck to the gauze. And
Whoa.
his
Holy
back was
cow.
clear. His back was clear, and you could see a pinhole of where it was. And it was
Wow.
all stuck to the bandage.
Oh
So
my gosh, that's awesome.
it it really is. And I
I
found
want to try
another,
that on some of my seborrheic keratosis and things that I have. I've got
you
tons of those.
know, you can try it on anything. And what
Yeah.
I know my friend Robin had done something like this similar to with her husband who had something I think on his shoulder. She put the bandage on it with Cell Defender on it. And after, I think it took a couple of weeks,
Mm-hmm.
a something that looked like a worm came out of it.
Ew.
A worm crawled out.
It
And
must have been a
so
parasite or something that was in there.
probably a parasite. Yep.
Yeah.
And, we don't, again, we're not trying to make a claim. It's just people are getting
Yeah.
creative
Mm-hmm.
on how to use Cell Defender and Nano Silver. When you get creative with it, you are giving yourself giving your body the opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
heal. And that's
Yep.
really the bottom line here. You want the opportunity. And so if you are trying this, and when I say trying, quotes, if you're
Mm-hmm.
trying it, you can't give up on it
Nope.
because this is a persistent and consistent use that we're talking about. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
medicine. Your body never uses this. It's not a vitamin. It's not a medicine. Your body will not metabolize it. It's going to go through your body, pick up all the poison on the first pass through, whatever it can grab, it will grab. Does it
Mm-hmm.
grab 100% of everything in your body? No, not yet, because you probably have lead in your bones. You probably have poison stored in your fat cells. You probably have it in your brain. So it's going to be a gradual process of detoxification
Mm-hmm.
to begin to pull this out. No side effects, no side effects. So, Kimberly, you and I have been taking this for 20 years.
Yep.
Why are we able to tune in so easily? I mean, get into theta mode, the theta brain state
Mm-hmm.
like that, because we have clear pineal glands.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you something. I have not had my superpowers my entire life. I was born with some of them, but most of them I've developed in recent years.
Yep.
And I didn't develop them until after I decalcified my pineal gland. I did that first. I started using this since I started first using this when he first developed it years
Hmm.
ago. When I first met you, that's how I met you.
Hmm.
When we first did that years ago, after that, after clearing my pineal and doing all kinds of work on it, that's when I started to have more and more psychic types of experiences and,
Yep.
things like that.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Same here.
because everybody has the ability to do this. I tell my
That's
clients that all the time. And you can, and if you want to know how, if you don't know how, I have the book on my website. You can go to spiritualgrowthjourneys.com. I've got a book called Activate Your Superpowers, and it's how to decalcify and detox your, not just your third eye and your pineal, but your whole body. And it has a picture of a lion on the front of it, and you can buy it right off of there. It's a PDF. You can download it onto any device you want. You can print it out, and that gives you step-by-step instructions. And it also has a link in that book to these products that I'm using. It's
mhm.
got the link in there. I will also put the link below as well to the products so that you can go
Mhm.
to my Avini page and you can get them for yourself. But this is the only product I will, and let me tell you something. I get emailed, I don't know if I've said this to you. Every week somebody is messaging me now trying to sell me a zeolite product that they're selling. Okay,
Wow.
all of these people selling. Masterpiece got called out recently for being really toxic on, and I'm not saying they are, I'm just saying they were called out on social media for that. There's a whole bunch of brands that have all been called out recently on social media for either being highly toxic or not even having any zeolite in it at all. So that's a problem, and this is the only one I will ever use. If it's not made by Rick, I will not make it. I will not take it. And the reason why, he has this special patented 30-step process that nobody has, and he is the first one. He was the first creator of this. It would be kind of like Madame Curie created what, penicillin or whatever, back, whatever it was she created, or I can't remember, but it would be like taking the original drug or the original medicine or whatever that somebody created and then altering it and doing all this crap to it. It's just not the same. You always want the original thing created by the original expert, not something that all kinds of people have taken and modified and done all this stuff. That's just my personal belief. Everybody has the right to believe what they want, but when God gives somebody the inspiration, because I believe when anybody creates something like this, this inspiration for these healing products always comes from God. It always comes from spirit, from source, from the angelic realm. That is where the information comes to make these things.
Well, and on top of that, we're talking about a rock, a crystal that's in here that is neat. It is nature's detoxifier.
Yeah.
And so when volcanic lava and ash mixes with seawater, this is the creator giving us the way to pull heavy metals out. Otherwise, this earth would not be inhabited by humans. It would not be habitable.
No.
It would be full of heavy metals coming from the core of the earth.
Right.
So because we have this, I'll call it magic, we have this magical creation of a negatively charged crystal, which is in itself, I mean, how do you do that? A negative charged crystal, which is why it pulls heavy metals into its cage. So when it's trapped, and this is called clathration, when it's trapped, it's not going to hurt you on the way out. Every time you flush, you will be flushing heavy metals. Yep, it's recording.
I hope it says it's recording, because it is. It's like, okay.
It is. No,
it freaked me out for a minute. It looked like it wasn't recording. I was like, oh
no. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to mention also that because you and I are really knowledgeable to some degree. Nobody knows everything.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on anything.
No, but I have been working with these products for 20 years. I've been following Rick everywhere he goes, learning all the time. So if you reach out to Kimberly and you purchase products through Kimberly, you get me.
Yeah.
You have the ability to
because she's my advisor too.
Advisor, mentor,
absolutely.
helper, resource, however you want to call it. I'm here for you. I might not know you personally, but please feel free to reach out. My website, can I mention my website?
Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to put it below, but I want you to also go ahead.
So my website is secondnaturehealing.com, and that's all written out, secondnaturehealing.com. I don't sell anything directly from that website. People sign up for classes, they get on email lists, they call me. And that's basically it. We don't sell Avini products directly from our website. We have a separate Avini website that the company gives us. So I would like to also add that not only can you be a customer, a user, dip your toe in the water, try it out, but you can actually, and here's who I'm looking for, if you are passionate about helping people, if you are a wellness provider, or you just have it in your heart that you want to help people, you want to help animals, then we need to have a chat, because part of my mission, and maybe part of Kimberly's also, is if you're not in tune, if you're not in alignment with what the medical system is doing, if you don't want to trust them completely, you want to trust your own body and get yourself in alignment there, then I want to talk to you about how we can work together and spread this good word that not only can you be a customer, but you can also have your own Avini website. You can share it with other people. You and I can be business partners. like Kimberly and I are business partners.
Yeah, we've been business partners for what, 20 years or something
A
like
long
that.
time, a
Yeah,
long time.
and just so everybody knows, yes, I am a teacher, but I'm also a student and I have mentors. I've had mentors for many years and Rosemary is one of my top mentors. So, just so you know, if you want to know who mentors me, Rosemary, she's been an amazing mentor to me. I don't know what I would do without her, honestly, all these
Well,
years.
right back at you,
So,
Kimberly.
yeah.
I consider us to be peers.
Hmm.
There have been multiple times you have helped me
Yeah.
because we all
We all
get
help each
into
other. Yeah.
we help each other. We have to, right?
Hmm.
Because stuff happens.
Yeah.
And, I lost one of my mentors recently.
Yeah, I know. It's so sad.
Whew, and who did I
That's
call?
hard.
I called Kimberly.
Yeah.
Um, and Kimberly helped me because part
Yeah.
of being intuitive and clear is if you have big emotional stuff, it's a little bit harder to be clear. And that's when an
Yeah.
objective person can be helpful too.
Yeah,
It's
and I
just
didn't
all
I give you
working
a message
together.
from her or something? I gave you a message from her,
Yeah,
right? I think
yeah,
so, yeah.
yeah. And she kept showing up day after day
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's possible because we have clear pineal glands.
Yeah.
We are clear in our body.
And that's why I'm able to talk to my family or communicate with my family that's passed over on the other side
Mhm,
from time to time. They pop in with messages for
mhm.
me, all the time. Like recently my brother popped in and said that sees how much pain I've been in with my back pain and he felt
Mm.
said he wished he could help me. He felt really bad about my back
Um,
pain. So, yeah.
well, animals pop
Yeah.
in too. Being
Yep.
an animal communicator has been such a joy. Speaking with animals who are living
Mhm.
and who have passed on. So there
Yeah.
is no barrier of
There's
time
no
or
barrier of time.
space.
Nope.
No, there's none of that.
Nope.
And here's how we open it up. We become clear ourselves first. We
Yep.
take care of our physical body, our
Yeah.
vessel. We
Yeah.
be as clean and grounded
Vessel
as
of the Holy
possible.
Spirit, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is not just a physical product, it is a spiritual product. The vibration,
Absolutely.
oh my
Yeah.
God, the vibration of this pure energy, pure,
Yeah.
pure energy.
So zeolite vibrates. The vibration of zeolite crystal is similar to selenite. Here's a selenite, which I teach about in my spiritual protection classes. It's one of the highest frequency crystals on the earth, next to like the quartz, the clear quartz crystals. And the zeolite is up there as one of the highest frequencies. You can literally take the zeolite and dab it right over your third eye
Wow.
before you go to bed at night, and it will go in there and it will help
Hmm.
to open it up, but it will help it open on a what we call a metaphysical level, a spiritual level, because of the vibrational frequency of the zeolite. You can actually use it on all your chakras, which is what Rosemary
Yes.
taught us at my women's retreat. Rosemary was one of the teachers at my women's retreat, and she was having us anoint ourselves with the zeolite crystal because you can use it to actually help clear your chakras because it's just like selenite where it clears and transmutes negative energies. So it has so many different things to it. And for those of you who say, because a lot of you write me when I talk about a product or something or a class and say, I don't have any money, I don't have any money. Well, you can earn. I don't really have the money either. My husband is now officially retired and I don't have his income coming in anymore. And so how I'm able to afford to buy this is because I'm a distributor. So when you sign up as a distributor, you can earn it for free. Go tell all your friends and family about it, and then you won't have to pay for it. That's the way I look at
Well,
it.
exactly. There's a wonderful system in place. I can teach you about that if that's something you're interested in.
Yep.
I wanted to go back to the anointing just for a second,
Yep.
putting it in the palm of your left hand, and then you can dip, and you say wonderful things. I am clear, I am connected, I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
one piece of it, of course. And
Yep.
becoming a distributor means you're either a wholesale customer, you have the ability to purchase at wholesale, which is going to save you a whole lot of money
Yep.
anyway. And you have
Exactly.
the ability to share it with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the process of being helpful,
Mm-hmm.
being knowledgeable and helpful,
Yep.
And now that you have watched this video and you have learned a little bit, you know more right now than 99% of the people in the United States and maybe the world, because you know something that nobody else knows. And this is part of my mission. We can help change the world
Yep.
by getting everybody clean. Let's
Yeah,
do that.
absolutely. And Rosemary has known me so long. She knows I despise selling. I don't like to sell. I don't like to push things on people. I don't like to shove stuff down people's throat. So I'm not all about, I mean, that's why you don't see me pushing products on any of my videos on my spiritual channel, because it feels icky to me to do that. However, I am here as a healer and a teacher on the earth, and it would not be, how do you want to say, good if I didn't share things that work for me. You know, I'm sharing this because this is something that's helped heal my body, and it wouldn't be nice of me as a healer and teacher on this planet
Mhm.
to not share with the general public what does Kimberly use to heal, like what is the diet I'm using. Like right now I'm on a paleo Mediterranean diet.
Mhm.
Okay. And that is what I'm using to heal my body. And this is what I use to detox all the shit out of my body, and especially the parasites. So I want
Mhm.
to tell you something about this, everybody. I just found this out the hard way in recent years, that when you use the anti-parasitic stuff, like you use clove, like what I use is I use a combination of clove, black walnut, and wormwood, which is the best way to kill off those parasites, combined with the nano silver. So nano silver, clove, black, and it's a combo. It's in one thing. You can buy the product. But here's the problem. When the parasites die, you get what's called parasite die-off. And you got
Mhm.
to get them out of your body. So guess what binds to them and pulls them out of your body? The
Mhm.
zeolite. The
Mhm.
zeolite actually combines with that and pulls them out through your sweat, your pee, and your poop, and gets them out of the body. And yeah, and there's actually a company, I can't remember what it's called, but they sell a product that I use for the um, for killing the parasites, and then they tell you you have to do these 3 steps or it doesn't work. And what do they tell you to do? Use zeolite to bind it. This is a company that's all they do is parasite cleanses. That's like their thing. They're a anti-parasite company, and they say you have to use a binder. The other thing that they promote is shilajit for binding them and removing it from your body. But here's the problem. All the shilajit that I've seen on the market is contaminated, so I
That
won't touch it.
right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't found one yet that can be totally proven to be not contaminated, so I
right.
won't use it.
No, and no. I agree. Let's stick with the pure, clean stuff.
Yep.
Let's stick with the biochemist. So, one more thing just about biochemistry.
Yep.
A biochemist is the person who has done all the research and created the products.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors and other companies are the ones who don't know anything about the products. They learn from the biochemists or they learn from whoever put the product together. So,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather work with somebody who made the product, did the research and made the product and is successful with the product? Or would you rather, get something else that somebody else just put together because they thought it was a good idea? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. No, I think we're probably done here for today. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think we've shared an awful lot. I mean, if you have any questions, you can ask me, or just what I would do is put your questions in the comments, and Rosemary and I will both check. And if I'm not able to answer, she can answer because she knows way more about all this stuff than I do. But I do my best to answer. But any questions you have, and I will definitely put Rosemary's website and contact info down below as well for her classes. And especially if you have pets and you're dealing with them and you need some help, she can help you with that.
Mhm.
Or if you need some sound healing or you need Reiki or any of those things.
Well,
um
and if you
yeah.
come to me through Kimberly, if you're coming to me from this website or from Kimberly at all, please mention Kimberly's name
Yeah.
because I help Kimberly with her. She has her own Avini business.
Hmm.
And if you come to me through her, I want to be sure to work on her behalf. So, we're working together here.
Yeah,
You're
we're a
gonna save her.
team. Yeah, we're a team. And then, I send people to Sarah for people who want psychic medium advice and want their cards read. They want to do a tarot card reading. We send them over to Sarah because, she does a great job at that. So,
Yes,
so
amazing.
yep. And so yeah, we all work together kind of as business partners and we help each other because I'm just one person and I only have a small skill set, certain things I'm good at, but Rosemary's got completely different skills than I have. And so and then Sarah's got completely different skills from both of us. I mean, the three of us all work really well synergistically, which is why we did our women's retreat together because we bring together each of our backgrounds and knowledge and training, which is all unique from each other, and it makes one really amazing package that way. So,
Yeah, we are so blessed to work with each
yeah,
other,
yeah,
Kimberly.
absolutely.
Thank you so much for
Oh,
having me
you're
on your
welcome.
channel.
Yeah,
And
thank you for being here, and
you,
thank you guys for being here and supporting this channel and watching this video. And we hope it helped you in some way. And please share this video with anyone at all that you think it would help. Like it so it gets up in the what do they call it, the anal. What do they call that? Something rhythm or whatever. What do they call that?
algorithm.
Algorithm. Yeah, algorithm. Yeah, we wanted to go up in the algorithm, so please give it a like and put a comment because that helps it get seen by more people because this
Right.
information is so important for getting all the chemtrail crap they're spraying us with, strontium and mercury and lead and all this crap that they're spraying on us all day long. I mean, it's just terrible. Plus all the glyphosates on everything. I mean, it's just insane. And they actually did tests now on organic produce and they found out it was loaded with glyphosates because they just go and spray everything now. Like they spray it all. Like there's not even such thing as organic anymore, really, because everything's so polluted with chemtrails and you just got to use the detox.
Clean
Use it.
vessel. We want a clean vessel.
Yes.
No, that's the bottom line.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
absolutely.
And I look forward to having a chat with you. Just let me know you're coming from Kimberly. And Kimberly, thank you and many blessings to you.
Yeah,
Healer,
thank you, and many blessings to everyone. And I wish I was on the beach in this background picture right now, but I'm not. I'm in freezing cold. It's freezing cold where I am right now. We went out actually to Costco to buy some food today, and I felt like my husband said, "Oh my God, it feels like it's like late October, November," because the wind was like icy cold, like below zero kind of wind chill. And we're like,
yeah.
whoa. So that's,
All right. Well,
yep,
thank you so
everybody
much.
take care. We'll see you next time.
Okay.